Hello everybody, so I am going to be doing a video about my B6 Stalogies, and if that is a planner or a book that you're interested in hearing more about, then stay tuned. Get right into it. So I just had to show off my really cute covers that my mom made me for my B6s. She did it in two different patterns, and you can kind of see these patterns, and this color is so pretty. It kind of reminds me of that Parm color. It's just like a soft pink. It's not true in the camera at all because once again, it's raining here again and there's no sun. Said it a million times. I live currently in a state of perpetual no sun. So anywho, I just wanted to talk about the B6 Stalogy and how I use it, and I'm becoming rapidly as obsessed with this as I was with my weeks, and I'm not sure where that's going to lead me. I'm a little nervous about that actually because weeks has sort of been my true planner piece for a little bit, and I'm not sure that will change, but we'll get into it and kind of go from there. So I did just want to mention, for me, let me take these out of the covers instead of getting ahead of myself. So this is my burnt pink in Ostrich X. Really, this color is not coming off correctly in the camera because it's just so dark. So it looks way darker in the camera than it truly is because it's, let's see, it's more of a like mauve-y pink. I just don't think I'm gonna get it to show up right, which stinks. Let me turn on another light. Having lights on helps a little bit. So it's a little darker, like more in that pink tone than it's showing up here, but it is getting closer now with that other light on. Real close. It's a very like muted pink in that like pinky purple type family. So currently right now, and I say currently because it's about to change, my Giglio aubergine is on its way and I'm so excited. This one is going to be repurposed for a different use, and I'm gonna use my aubergine for a little while just because I do love this one. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm just gonna use it for something different, but I've been waiting for that aubergine for so long to release that I'm just so excited. So I want to use it. So anywho, so currently I'm using this one as my brain dump list making, processing. So like when I have things I need to process out, I write it down, and note taking. Okay. So my Hobonichi weeks, and this one, as you guys have seen my past videos, this is a real ostrich and Inno blue. Both of these are from Vanderspec. They're both customs. So as you can see with this one, it has been used a lot. It's developed a patina. It's definitely like gotten more shiny, which is mostly what happens. It does, like if you use a lot of hand cream and stuff, it can get dark, and you can see mine just on the strap there, just on that very edge, has gotten a little bit darker. I try to be careful handling it now. And it has gotten darker here, probably more just from like sitting, and rubbing on that. But I use my Hobonichi weeks for my monthly planning. And so, you can kind of see, I do like having this month view and the weekly view. Now, recently I've been really, really busy and I haven't had a whole lot of appointments, so I really haven't used it. And you know what? Like, some people are talking about planner dilemmas, and this is sort of one of those. When you get so busy, look at this, like empty. I wrote down that I'd given my dogs heartwarmer, and like, that's it. I didn't plan my meals. I didn't plan my weather. That's how crazy it was. Same thing. I'm on like a 3-week of craziness. So this week, and then I'm telling you, this week is going to be the same because I'm preparing for my son's graduation party. It's just chaos and bedlam. So it is what it is, right? I mean, you gotta go with ebb and flow. So I'm not gonna let that bother me. I am human like everybody else, and sometimes it's gonna work great and sometimes it's not. I gotta be okay with that. So for me, mostly I'm just going to use this for appointments. This will be like my main brain for anything appointment related that I need. So that's where I am with that. Now, my B6 houses my Stalogy. And okay, so let me just show you this real quick. I'm getting off track. This one I've shown you before. It was in the Sakura pink planner cover. Hang on, let me grab it. It was in this cover, which is currently for sale because I have that Gillio coming. So now it's just sitting in a jelly temporarily that I made. It's not the best, but it's okay. It still works and it's still the same. So, I mean, I'll do a quick flip of this one first. So I just kind of decorated with washi tape and glitter paper or glitter sticker paper. I have my card here, my index. This is my sermon journal book, whatever you want to call it. It's not a planner in any way, but I basically have an index for the different sermons that I listen to, and then I take notes. So as I go through, I literally just take notes on each thing. And I've written down the dates in the corner so that I have those dates. Dates. What am I talking about? I've written down the page numbers in the corner. I'm getting ahead of myself. So that I can reference back to the index. So I love having these books. I used to just use a B6 TN and I would fill up the TN and then I'd get rid of it. It was so annoying to me. Like, I liked having the B6 size. I'm not knocking TNs. For some people, it works great. But for me, when I was filling them up so quickly, I felt like I was constantly replacing them. And so I wanted something that had a fair number of pages, and this one really does. So I shouldn't have to replace this for quite a while. I should be able to keep using this and referencing it. And so it's going to work perfect for me for that. And that's really why I've started finding that the bound books between the Hobonichi weeks and this are my jam. This is what makes me happy. So, and then in the back, I have a little tab for prayers. I'm not going to show you guys that, but I have, all these empty pages for prayers. And I didn't mark the pages down there because I don't need to know what pages are on that. So that's it for now. Like I said, when my aubergine comes, I'm going to put this in here and then take all of this stuff out and put it in my aubergine, just so that I have, I'm using those two covers. And then I do have, and I'm not sure if, no, I didn't talk about this. I do have 2 more custom covers coming that have been in the works for, I can safely say, months now, from Vanderspec. One is a replica of this one with just a teeny bit more on the edge. Unfortunately, I had asked for pictures. She sent me a picture of the hortensia for my weeks, which I currently just have sitting in a cover and cover. And that one's totally fine. It's perfect. But my planner that is supposed to be exactly like this, just in different leather, had rings in it. I don't know how that happened, because very clearly on the paper it says 30 millimeter standard without rings in like big bold, and this is Petra's own words in her own invoice. She put them in big bold letters, and somehow my planner still got made with rings. So now, even more frustrating for me is that they are on vacation for the week, and I am not going to see my planner for at least 2 more weeks. But whatever, it'll allow me to enjoy the Gilio when it comes in, because I do like to kind of use the new ones that come, just so that I can kind of get a feel for, is this a keeper or what. This one is definitely a keeper for me. I doubt I will ever sell this. I just love it. So my goal is to have one that I use in conjunction with my weeks, one that I use every week for my sermon notes, and then one for my journal. So once I do get that last one, my B6 will be complete. And you can see I'm stocking up on my Stalogies. So I bought a couple of new ones. I had some extra points, and looks like that one, this one just came in, so looks like that corner got a little bent. But so I won't ever have any worries that I will run out, that's for sure. Okay, this is getting a little too ranty and a little too long, so let's get into my actual Stalogy and how I'm using this one. Let me get some of this other stuff out of the way. So trying to keep it pretty simple and functional. I kept my pretties to the front, and that's about it. I mean, there's not much else in here that's pretty. So I did do a washi card with different washi samples. I have this little card that my daughter made. It's a little gunky from the inside of the leather, but it's just a little, I have a llama love for you. She drew that, and that's just really cute. So I do generally I keep that kind of sticking out a little bit. And then I just have a little paper doily there. Then on the side here, this is a pouch with just functional stuff in it. So I have my monthly stickers. I do have an if found card in there. What else? Some monthly tabs, I should say. These are some planner press stickers. And then I just have some other kind of random stuff. So, and I just made this. I laminated some paper and cut this out, and it just makes a perfect little pouch. Then here I have some vellum, which looks like it ripped a little bit, just to kind of cover up that spot. I got this for my daughter, from my daughter, for either my birthday or Mother's Day. So I just thought that that was cute. So essentially that's it for pretties. So the rest of this is all functional for me. So with my Stalogy, like I said, I use this for brain dump, list making, pretty much, you know, anything that I just need to look at quick and like scribble, and I don't care what it looks like. I could use my back pages of my Hobonichi Weeks Mega, absolutely. I don't like using those for short, quick lists. I like that for like long-term lists and stuff that I need to plan for a long period of time for. These are just fast things that I'm just dumping and trying to either get out of my head or whatnot. So, you know, sometimes you'll see, and I do have, I have the year calendar at the beginning. And this one has been cut down a little bit. If you guys are like, oh, how come her edges are squared? This cover didn't accommodate the 2 pen loops real well. And so my books were rubbing on the inside of the leather. So I literally had it cut down by like 4 millimeters. And so that's why it's squared. So just in case you're wondering. So literally got this around Thanksgiving, and like I was just writing out, planning out what am I cooking, and then like I was watching videos and taking notes from my daughter for her Etsy shop, playing around with what I thought I wanted for customs for my next planner. And then Black Friday deals, I'd started writing that, and then I was like, oh, I need to just forget about it. Then I just kind of like dump other little things in here as a little bit of memory keeping, but this type of thing isn't something that I'm going to put in like my family memory keeping. So this is literally just like the tape that came on the package, and then the dates that I got them, I kind of wrote them down, and I just did like a little picture of the ones that I purchased. And to me, it's kind of neat to be able to look back. I still own this one, and I will never sell that. This one's already sold. So it's just kind of interesting to go back. Christmas card list, and then like you see, to-do list. The next couple of pages are notes for real estate, and then like I was writing down stuff that I'd purchased that I was waiting to come, and like you can see, I mean, it's just a mess. It's a hot mess. This was when I was actually planning for this planner, this cover, and my personal wide, so I just kind of taken notes and when I paid and all that stuff. And then basically it's just lists and lists and lists. I did this as a way to kind of process what I thought I needed in my planners, and what I was going to put in each thing. And this definitely ended up changing, but this is a really good idea. If you guys, like, you're going to get a new one, or you're trying to think, like, what do I need to keep in my planners? What's essential? What can I just keep in a home planner? What do I want in my planner coming with me? This is, a good way, like, process it out and then literally tick off which thing, like which book you're going to put it in. So like this was for my personal wide, and so you can see, so I did have a cleaning schedule that I was going to put in my B6, and I did print something out for that, and that's completely fallen by the wayside, and I'm just not even going to use it. I do have an affirmations page in there. I have a blood work page in there that I had custom made. Doctor's appointments I put in there. Personal pampering, that's something that I don't do enough of, and I'm trying to do a little bit of it every single month. Not because I'm vain or anything like that, but just for like relaxation, doing like my nails or going to get my hair done, or just some of those little things really just help me to relax. Book lists and movies, I ended up putting those in here, and I will show you. YouTube and Instagram, is actually in my personal wide. I ended up moving that there. My food list plan is in my personal wide as well. Symptom tracker is in my personal wide. So it's just, again, it's like a good way to go through. And then like these things here, I ended up putting in here. As some of you know, I had gotten the Aura Estelle, and I've gotten a bunch of questions about it. So I might as well do another little bit of ranting before I move on. So I did get a B6 rings in the Aura Estelle. I did an unboxing. I did an initial review. I will tell you without a doubt, after having it for 3 or 4 days, I didn't use it because my feeling is when a cover comes, if it isn't like instant love for me, then I'm probably just going to ditch it and sell it. Because if it's not something that I love instantly, then it's probably not something that I will go to use. So it just wasn't for me. It wasn't the quality leather of a Vanderspec or a Gilio. It was a cheaper leather. It was a cheaper feel. And for me, I'm not saying this for those of you that have it and love yours. That's wonderful. We're all different. But for me, I was very, very, very underwhelmed. And so I sold it. No regrets, none whatsoever. But I had all these things planned to put in it. So I needed to come up with a way that I could use them. And you will see that I have moved this stuff onto the back side of my Stalogy, and it's working great. So now I don't even need a B6. So again, you're just seeing different things. This is stuff because we're planning a move, and so I started writing out things that my husband and I have wants for between the land and the house for when we move. Then this was me trying to process and break down what I'm putting in each planner. So this was before when I was going to use the B6 rings. So, you know, it's not really relevant right now, but then I do the monthlies again with more checkoffs, and I just keep it so simple. Now, for the most part, my checkoffs are kind of like a weekly to do. Sometimes I'll put the date, sometimes I won't. This was when I got some Tombow brush pens and some other Jelly Roll pens, and I just did little pen tests there. And yeah, so I just kind of put whatever. So again, with to-dos, these are the ones that I was talking about. The B6, this is the one that got done wrong. This one is ready to come, and is fine, but I'm not shipping them separately, so I gotta wait a couple more weeks. April, so just again, more to-dos, another pen list of some different pens that came in. Then, like, when I'm talking about processing stuff out, here you go. So, like, this is my son's graduation is on Saturday. And so this was my who all am I inviting. This is what I need to do and or purchase before that day. And this is sort of a running list. So, like, if anything else comes up, that's being done. Food for the party, people are bringing some stuff, so I started allocating who's bringing what, so I have an idea, and then I have an actual shopping list ready. So once this is full, I'll just pull this out and take it with me to the store. So, you know, it works out good, and it's just here and ready to go for when I need it. So that's that. And then again, weekly to-dos. So then this is just one of those 3M pastel tabs. I have big ones and little ones. And so like you can see here, that this one is one of the small pastel ones. And I just wrote my son's name and wrote grad party. And then I did a big one and I put it on the side, and that's the best thing about these. Like, you can switch them back and forth. And then when you're done, you literally could just take the thing off and just like set it there. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just love them because I really am finding them to be very helpful because they're so removable, especially on this paper, with no problem. So this is the house that we're working on, and I needed basically a hit list for stuff that I need to finish in order to list it. As I started writing them out, I got overwhelmed because this is actually still quite a bit of stuff, and I was like, oh. So that's that. Now I'm processing out A6 insert ideas. If you guys saw my unboxing, oops, sorry, I just hit the camera as I try to pull this out. I am planning in A6 for a carry with me to my doctor's appointments. Isn't this so cute? Okay, like purple and blue, I don't know. That just seemed really weird when I thought about it. But then when you open it with those dividers, isn't that cute? I don't know. It's just like a little pop of color. But I'll update you as I get this one set up. I'll do another video on it later. But I'm processing out now what I need to put in there. So again, this isn't necessarily what it will be, but it just helps me figure out what I need. Then on the back, I made this with just Planner Society, their kit from the last like March kit, I think it was. This is their like toppers, list topper, and then this was their little glitter edge, and I just laminated the whole thing and put one of their adhesive sticky pockets on it, and that's where I'm storing some of the notes. And they're not sticky notes, they're just regular notebook notes. So that works out good. And so then I keep it kind of behind the page, and I can do that. And it also can serve as an inbox too. I can just put a little sticky note here and use that as an inbox if I need to. So that's that for where I'm at right now. I did use the back, and I'll show you. Just put this aside so you can see. So I do have a few tabs here. So this tab is my reading log. And so this is an SM Plans reading log, and I just printed it out on sticker paper and cut it down, and it just fit in here, and that's where I'll put my reading log. Then I have a car maintenance one, and so putting that there, I actually need to update that because we worked on the car this weekend. Purchases, so anything that I have purchased, and then shops. I had started doing it here, and then I had this from, I think it was Annie Plans, I'm not sure. And so I put those in there. So I'll probably fill that in with this. Then I just have a sticky pocket on the back, and that's it. I have some memo notes there. And in the back, I have some extra stickers, and I have my monthlies all pre-printed and ready to go for each month. Because actually I did forget to show you guys. We'll just go to May. So like where these little tabs are, you can see that. That's the beginning of my month. So the beginning of my month has not only the monthly, but it does have some goals, which I didn't do the best of jobs getting any of these done. I'm gonna be all done with this, and that will be fine. I've been so busy, I have had no time to exercise. I've been too tired because I'm just working all the time. we have started on our home repairs a little bit, but nowhere's near what I need to have done. So that is basically how I'm using this particular B6. Like I said, you know, the best part about it is it's an open book. A blank book. You can make it work for how you want it to work. You can use it for sermon notes. You can use it for journaling. You can use it for a brain dump. Whatever you want. You can use the Stalogy for so many things. I have not used it for memory keeping yet. It's a possibility. I just don't have time for memory keeping right now, but hopefully when I move, I'll have more time for some of that. Sorry, this was an extremely long video. I've been trying to keep my videos 20 minutes and under. I just talk too much. So feel free to always just fast forward to the pertinent information that you want to hear. And I do really thank you guys for watching and liking and subscribing. And those that have followed me over to Instagram, I'm super appreciative. If it wasn't for you, what's the point of me being here? So I do want to thank every one of you for watching my videos. Feel free to like and subscribe to my YouTube and my Instagram. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye. This one, and you can see, like, look how much I've used it. It's like poop. Can we cut that out? It just said poop on camera.